vision so clear. Guidance delivered, the truth's right here. Meka divine, channel aligned. Messages flowing beyond space and time. Spirit speaks loud, trust the design. Tap in deep, let your soul shine. Shuffle that deck, destiny calls. Wisdom pours down, breaking the walls. Ancestors whisper, I hear their tones. Clairvoyant waves hitting your bones. Feel the beat, vibrations rise. Energy surge in infinite skies. Pull the cards past future and now. Answers revealed, just show me how. Meka divine, channel aligned. Messages flowing beyond space and time. Spirit speaks loud, trust the design. Tap in deep, let your soul shine. Moonlight glowing, candles burn low. Visions expand, let the magic flow. Hands touch the deck, spirit takes lead. Guidance delivered, fulfill every need. Meka divine, channel aligned. Messages flowing beyond space and time. Spirit speaks loud, trust the design. Tap in deep, let your soul.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Meka of Meka Divine Spiritual Guidance. In this all signs reading, we'll be going from Aries and we'll go all the way to Pisces. Keep in mind that time is fluid in tarot, so the messages in this reading could resonate for your past, your present, or your future. Also, the roles can be reversed in this reading, so take the messages that are for you and leave the rest. If you don't know your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, check out the link down below in the description box because there could be a message in any of those natal chart placements just for you. All right, y'all ready? Let's get into it. Hey, happy Monday. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you guys so much for coming to this live as we tap into the energy surrounding you and the person that you're currently connected to in love and romance. And we're going to look at your person and we're going to see what they secretly believe you feel about them. So it's kind of like a roles in reverse type of situation we got going on tonight. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how the messages come through. But as the intro stated, the roles could actually be in reverse, meaning the other way around, and the time could be fluid. So only take what's for you and leave the rest. I see we already got a few amazing, beautiful souls already on this live chat. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming and supporting the channel this evening. And if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit subscribe because every single month, as you can see, I do pick one lucky subscriber on this channel for a free personal tarot reading. And speaking of tarot readings, I do offer personal readings, as you can see. And so if you're interested in getting a personal reading, definitely click on the link down in the description box below because these are general readings. As T Rose mentioned in the chat, these are general. So definitely make sure that you guys look into getting a personal if you want me to dive deep into your unique situation. So before we get started, I always give my shout out to my people that came through to support your girl. I see that we have T Rose in the building, reminding everybody that these are collective, okay? So only take it as it resonates. That is so, so true. She's one of our amazing mods. She's going to help everybody navigate through tonight's reading, answer any questions you have. And I also have regular subscribers that come through that can also provide guidance and support. If you're new here, we are family, so don't hesitate to interact in the chat, to say hello, give me your insight, let me know if the messages resonate. We just ask that if you're watching live, that you keep the chat positive and clear of the negative energy. So if you have nothing nice to say, what did you learn? Don't say nothing at all. Because it just may not be your reading. All right. We got Jewel here. Hey, Jewel. Good to see you. Of the Light saying hello to everybody. Good to see you, Of the Light. We have On France saying greetings to everyone. So, hello, On France. On France is one of those OGs. Good to see you coming back, On France, on a regular. Very, very good to see you. We have Shay. Shay in the building, getting ready for that Aries read. It's good to see Shay. We have one of our other amazing mods here, Miss Beautiful Kita, saying hello to all the beautiful souls out there. She's also going to be supporting the channel this evening and give everybody some guidance and support as we navigate through the reading as well. So don't hesitate to say hello to her. We got Frankie. Hola, Frankie. Where have you been, my love? I've been looking for you. I've been thinking about you. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. And for those that don't know, if you see any of my members, anybody that has their name in green and they have a little crown, that means they are a member of the Soul Tribe. And you can be a part of the Soul Tribe too, because being a member on this channel includes a lot of cool perks. One of it is, as soon as you sign up for the membership, you get a free personal reading. You get exclusive member-only live streams, 10% off any purchase on my website, member-only shout-outs, and of course, any other freebie stuff I throw out to my members just to say I love y'all. So it is a really cool thing to be a member of the channel. So thank you to all my members, including Miss Frankie, who's been a very loyal subscriber and supporter of the channel. It's good to see you're doing well. Lunar's here. Hey, Lunar, how you doing? Monica's here. Good to see you too, boo. Good to see you. Good to see you. We have Robin here, representing for Team Taurus. She doesn't have to wait too long because we're going to get to her right after Aries. So guess what? We about to get started, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started. I think we're going to use one of my new decks. Hopefully the messages come through. I love this deck. You see how it kind of shines, gets real shiny. And I got inspired because I got my nails painted back to the Pretty in Pink. So why not use the Pretty in Pink deck? All right, let's do this, y'all. We're going to go ahead and start off with Aries. Do we have any Aries in the room? Any Aries? Any Aries? You're okay, Miss Kita. You good. You good, boo. All right, let's do this. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Aries. Aries, sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. Tell me about the person that's currently connected to Aries in love and romance. What does that person secretly believe Aries feels about them? We have the King of Wands in the reverse. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. All right, Aries. Well, I'll tell you right now, this is somebody that honestly and truly feels like you're disappointed by them. I'm getting very disappointed. And the reason why you're disappointed is because this person could have shown up as being a player, non-committal, in and out of your life. Yeah, this person feels like you don't trust them. They feel like you look at them as somebody who's a player that can't be trusted, that will not take any accountability for their actions. You feel like they're a liar. That's how this person perceives the way you view them. This person would say, Aries believes that I've lied so much that they may not even believe me if I were to come back. Yeah, they would tell their friends that Aries, you know, thinks I'm a liar, that even if I were to come back, they wouldn't believe me. They feel like you see them also as somebody who has a big ego, which is why you're this person is not coming back, is because they believe that you view them as somebody that just can't be trusted. Yeah, with the Hermit in the reverse, they feel like you just definitely don't want to deal with them anymore. Hmm. Possibly because in the past, this person has ghosted you, or that's the way they view it. It's kind of hard for me to read it in the other way around. So be patient with me, you guys, as I go through this reading. It's kind of a weird way to look at it. So I'm trying to word it the correct way. I know what I'm saying, but I'm trying to word it in a way that makes sense, which is kind of hard to do as a reader for me because I don't usually read readings like this. All right. So how does Aries actually feel though in real life? How does Aries actually feel? That's how they perceive you. This is how you really feel though. You really feel like they're just someone that's just a bad investment because they're sneaky, they're a liar, they're deceptive, they can't be trusted, they give you false opportunities. You think they're a con artist and that has many options. So I think this you and this person are kind of on the same page. I think the way they view is kind of pretty much correct. You view this person as somebody that possibly has um they couldn't decide about you, maybe because they had other options or they couldn't figure out what they wanted. Yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, it just kind of really feels like you looked at this person as definitely a an opportunist. They just came in to kind of use you, string you along, get what they can get. Hmm. Not really putting in a lot of work in the relationship. And you also may have looked at this person as not contributing a lot to the relationship as well. So just a time waster. And if I were to summarize it, you honestly truly feel like this person wasted a lot of your time. Yeah. Destiny says, yeah, the king of future faking. That's who this was. Yeah, I definitely get that. So what is Aries going to do next? With the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, I really feel like you look at this whole situation for what it is and say, what's the point of investing here? What is the point of giving anything else here when I see it for what it is? Yeah, when I see it for what it is, that I'm going to be the one doing all the work, carrying all the burdens, putting myself in a lot of stress. And you don't want to be a part of that, which I can definitely understand that. Mm. All right, that's what I have for you, Aries. Let me know if it resonates. Next, we have Taurus. Okay, I think I got it down, y'all. Y'all be patient with me. This is a weird way to look at energy, trying to do something different. Oh boy. As Keita said, don't forget to hit the like, guys. Show your girl some love. It is a little weird way to look at it and interpret. So please excuse me in advance. All right, Taurus. We're going to see what you got. I know we had a Taurus come on earlier. All right, let's do this, Taurus. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that's currently connected to Taurus in love and romance. What is this person honestly and truly secretly thinking that Taurus feels about them? We have the Four of Wands in the reverse, the Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Moon. If this person were to be completely honest and tell people how they think you feel about them, they would say that you see them as somebody who is someone that's created a very false foundation, a very faulty foundation, one that caused a lot of burdens, a lot of stress. And it just feels like a relationship that just never really got off the ground. Especially considering that you, Taurus, wanted this person to actually invest in the relationship and see it grow. They see that very truly, but they feel you look at them as somebody that wasn't all the way in. And they feel like that was because they perceived you feeling like they were always going to possibly go a different direction or leave the relationship or not really fully commit. Pretty much looking out for themselves versus looking out for the good of the relationship. They would kind of definitely say that Taurus sees me as being selfish. Taurus sees me as always, not being reliable and someone that couldn't make up their mind. So Taurus feels like, it just never really had takeoff. It just never really grew to anything significant. Well, how does Taurus actually really feel then? We have the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords. You just really, I'm getting mentally exhausted, just needed a break from all this because it really hurts your heart that this person you felt like was being a massive manipulator. I'm getting playing mind games with you. You felt like you were strung along with the Three of Wands in reverse. You felt like this person didn't really have no vision beyond how it actually went. And it frustrated you because what you wanted was more. And it wasn't something that you honestly, truly wanted to do. But you really viewed this person as like only looking out for themselves and not looking out for the likelihood of the relationship. You want somebody that's going to contribute to the relationship as much as you were invested. Like give more, let's see it grow, let's see it become better than where we are. And you just felt like it was very stagnant. Yeah, Robin says, yeah, very true. Yeah, very selfish person. So what does Taurus plan to do next? With the Ace of Wands, I expect a lot of you Tauruses to have a new beginning with someone that you're more passionate about. Again, it's not easy to move on from this, but I see a lot of Tauruses saying enough is enough. I've got to move on from this because I just don't see it going anywhere. Yeah, I don't see it going anywhere, and I have to have the strength to go towards what I want. And what you want is to go towards an opportunity that is going to lead to growth and stability. You want a practical relationship, one that leads to a mature growth, not one that's just going to string you along, you know? Yeah, Robin says, I just gave up and moved on. That's what I'm getting. Like a lot of you guys, Taurus, are just giving up. You don't want to, though. It's not like you wanted to do this. You were definitely invested. You wanted it to grow, but you just couldn't take it anymore because it just wasn't going anywhere. So I'm glad it resonates for some of you guys, definitely. And T Rose says 100%. Yep. All right. That's what I have for you, Taurus. Next, we have Gemini. Oh, man. You know, Taurus, it's never easy to have to move on from a relationship or a connection when you're dealing with someone who is just giving you the shorter end of the stick or you feel like it's not growing. That is hard. That is very hard. T Rose says, I love the tarot deck, Mika. Thank you so much. I love it too. Isn't it cool? It's so pretty. And look at the side. You see how it glistens? And then even the cards. It's such a pretty deck. And it kind of matches the theme of the channel, that pink color. So I'm glad you guys like the new decks. One of my new decks. Thanks to all of your contributions, I always end up getting new stuff. So you see, I got the deck and I also got some more candles. Um, Let me show you guys. I just got it in the other day. So this is what your contributions does to the channel when you guys actually book readings and stuff. So you see I got some more candles. So you guys know I always have a candle lit every time I do a reading. So I bought some more candles for the channel. And I think, was it about a month or two ago, I had to purchase another wireless mic because my other one started acting a little wonky. And so I ended up having to go and get another wireless mic. And that was about $100. And you guys can't see the wireless mic, but it's this one right here. And so as you can see, I'm using this one right now. So this is what the mic looks like. And if you guys ever see me do a recording with my face on the camera, you always see the microphone hooked up on me. And so, yeah, those are the little things that your contributions do to support the channel. So thank you all. When I actually say you guys don't donating to the channel, you guys actually do. I rarely, when I say I rarely use the money for my personal, I really don't. I don't really touch a lot of the money. I just kind of like pour it back into the channel and doing a lot of good things for people. And of course, when I give away free stuff, that is a part of it, right? Because that's my time. That is my time. So just gave away 3 readings, 1 video reading, 1 emergency reading, and 1 personal reading to celebrate our 1 year. And then every single month, I give away a free personal reading. And then if you join the Soul Tribe, I give away a free reading just by joining. So as you guys know, I love to give away a lot of stuff. And I'm looking to expand, of course, my collection. I don't want you guys to see, it looks a little crazy over here on this side of all the decks. And I can't show it, but I have purchased like a little cart And I'm also about to purchase a box to organize my decks a little bit more too. So, I have a lot of different things that I'm trying to do just to be a little bit more organized because my collection is expanding, but it's just so much. And people that are tarot readers that have all these cards, you guys know how that goes. When you have all these cards, you definitely have to keep it kind of organized. And my Virgo friends, don't cuss me out. That's why I'm not showing y'all, because I know y'all gonna try to judge me about how my tarot decks look off camera. But I got them. They're right here. I just got to get them organized. All right, so we're going to go to Gemini. We're going to go to Gemini. Frankie asks, is there another place we can donate instead of using the super chat? Absolutely. On my website, there's always a donation place where you can go to. I'll put it in the chat. Hold on a second, y'all. But it's also in the description box below. So you see where it says to donate to the channel, visit, and then you go ahead and click on that. So I'll put it in the chat for y'all. But yeah, if you ever want to donate, and then I use that for cards or what have you. But if you click on that link, it'll direct you to my website page. And say if you want to purchase a deck for me, I have a wish list on Amazon, and you can actually purchase a deck for me and it'll be shipped directly to me. And of course, it'll be featured on the channel. You get a special shout out. Oh, y'all, did you know so and so purchased the deck for the channel? Right. So it has all that stuff there. So check it out. It's really cool. Most of my people that donate, what they end up doing is they end up just kind of like sending, monetary donations. But if you just click on the donations tab, let me see. So I'll put it in the chat, Mika's wish list. And I probably need to update it. But y'all see it right here where it says Mika's wish list. If you click on that, it'll take you to my Amazon Tarot and Oracle deck wish list, and you can purchase it and it'll directly ship it to me. Okay, so that's for people that want to, just be generous and order some stuff. I need to update it because some of those decks I've already purchased myself because I got tired of waiting to get them. I was like, I gotta get them. So there you go. That's if you're interested. Some people are into that stuff. I think it's cool as a tarot fan to be able to purchase a deck for your favorite tarot reader and have it featured on the channel and be knowing that you were the one that bought it. It's kind of cool. So yeah, that would really help. Thank you guys so much for those that support the channel. All right, so we're rolling a Gemini. A wireless mic is a must-have. It is. It is. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments, y'all. Thank you. And thank you for your patience. I know Gemini's are ready. All right, let's do this. So that's why you guys can hear me so clearly and the sound quality is so good because I'm using the wireless mic. Some tarot readers, they don't use a mic at all, or if they use a mic, they'll have like one of those, like broadcasting mics. It's bulky, it takes up space. I like to have the room to be able to do my readings, and so wireless has always been the way that I do it. But that's just my style. All right, Gemini, let's do this. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Gemini. Gemini, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that's currently connected to Gemini in love and romance. What does this person secretly believe Gemini feels about them? We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So Gemini, the way this person feels, that you feel about them, is that you've created, or they have created a lot of burdens because they have not really created a solid beginning. This could be somebody that you feel like, is a victim. They would always say things like, oh, poor me, always have an excuse. So this person would go and tell their friends, Gemini sees me as somebody that always has excuses, is somebody that always have stuff going on in their energy. They just know it. They just know this is how you view them. Why do they feel that way, Spirit? I guess it's because they view you as somebody that has always been very undecided about them, and that they think that is the reason. Someone full of a lot of excuses. That's how you see them. And I think what they would say is they know for a fact that part of that is true because they've been through a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a troubled past. Some of them could have had toxic relationships in the past, including their family or, previous lovers or what have you. But the way they view it is you look at them in not such a positive light because they use that as an excuse to always get out of loving you properly. They're the victim, poor me. That's what they go around tell people. All right. So, how does Gemini actually feel? All right, 7 of Wands in the reverse. That kind of jumped out. And the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. You don't trust this person. You don't trust this relationship really working. And it has a lot to do as you feel like this is somebody, all they're going to do is continue to betray you. 10 of Swords, break your heart. You feel this person triggers you because of this non-committal energy. I'm getting very inconsistent, or someone that doesn't really want to fully invest. It's just a hard connection for you to deal with because it stresses you out. Like deep down, you feel very stressed because what you want is something very traditional, very basic. I just want this person to love me. They have to make it so hard. They have to come up with all these excuses and reasons why they can't love me properly. Yeah, with the 8 of Swords, I'm hearing this person just gives you a headache. You replay the relationship over and over again, asking yourself, where did I go wrong? What should I have done? What did this person, why are they showing up this way? Why are they doing this to me? Why are they not being the partner I need them to be? So you have to turn your back against this. A lot of you guys have, because deep down you feel like this person can't be trusted. So, in other words, I don't think this person sees you totally correctly. I think they actually, in fact, use that as an excuse to get over, to act the way they act. Because maybe this person has been through a lot, okay? But that's not how you view them. You view them as somebody that um is just very much not in a space to want to fully invest or commit. And you're tired of trusting that they will change or want to commit. I don't think it has anything to do with their troubled past, but they're putting a lot of emphasis on that you view them as somebody that has a lot of things going on in their past, and that's not right. It's almost like this person is not in the sense with reality. You may be dealing with someone that's a bit delusional. I'm getting someone that likes to play the victim, and they like to pretend like they want a relationship, they want to make this work, and it hurts you because you're like, okay, well, where is the relationship? Where is the commitment? Where is this progressing? Or why is this relationship not working? And you're not giving them a hard time because of this victim issue. You're giving them a hard time because you just want this person to do right. It just triggers you. A lot of you guys feel not too confident around this person. It just really triggers you deeply. hmm And with the Eight of Swords, when I saw that come through, that tells me like it just has you going a little cuckoo. Like your mind is just racing a million miles. I'm getting like your mind racing. Yeah, Cassandra said, I just pretend I'm okay with him and tell him that because I am tired. Yeah. And it's a lot of mental. It's a lot of mental, I would say, mental abuse, emotional abuse for a lot of you guys. hmm That's what I'm getting a lot of here. And she said, this has literally been our dialogue. Yep. Yep. Awesome. I'm so glad it resonates with you, Geminis. Man, that's hard. That's tough. It's very tough. All right. We're going to move on, y'all, to Cancer. Cancerians. Where you at? It's been a rough 6 months. I hate you've been going through that. Gemini, I was about to say Cancer. Gemini, if this is your story, I think there has to be a honest conversation going on between you and your person. Y'all got to get on the same page because it seems like you guys are just on two different pages. I'm getting two different books. You guys are just not clicking. And I don't know what that is. I just feel like this person is not into a reality. They live in a delusional world. And you are very much into a reality. You're trying to express how you feel and what you need, and they're not really paying attention to any of that. So it's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. All right, y'all, we're gonna move on to Cancerians. Happy birthday to all the Cancers out there. It's Cancer season. Yay! Any Cancerians celebrating your birthday this week? If so, happy, happy birthday. I see we got Lunar Ray, who is a Cancerian. Okay, Cancers, let's do this. Ooh, Gemini, that was a complex reading. Y'all may have to watch that one again. All right, Cancers. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that's currently connected to Cancer in love and romance. The person that's currently connected to Cancer in love and romance. What is this person secretly thinking Cancer feels about them? All right, we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Page of Wands. All right, Cancerians. All right, so this person, Cancer, feels like you look at them as somebody that is really beginning to kind of like really see things from your perspective, or at least hoping you can see it from their perspective so that you guys can work on it, work on this relationship, give it another try. They feel like you see them as somebody that definitely wants to revive this relationship and make it work between you two. There could have been some issues with this person getting attention from others at some point, so they know and very much aware that you view them as somebody that is an attention seeker, has been a blockage, could be a player, or somebody that just never really wanted to invest because they had other opportunities or other suitors. They also feel like if they do come back, you would consider that as an issue, that they possibly were connecting with other people, third parties, and that you feel like they're only coming back because they didn't really find what they were looking for. And they feel you're going to look at them as somebody that's just exploring the relationship just to see what happens. They feel like you view them as a page of wands, being very clear for the first time that they want you. All right, so that's how they see you viewing them. Let's see how you actually feel, Cancer. How does Cancer actually feel about this person, Spirit? We have the Four of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Seven of Swords. You know, you don't think too highly of this individual at all. I think this person put a bad taste in your mouth because they've been very deceptive. I'm getting a liar, a cheater, a deceiver. A lot of you guys feel like, if they were to come back and offer you love, it would be a fraud. It wouldn't be right. So you don't have much positive things to say. Not much at all. And you feel like it was a very responsible decision of you to disconnect from this person because they can't be trusted. It's not something that you wanted to do. It was kind of like your hands were tied, so you had no choice. You had to do the best you had to do. And the best that you had was to either choose this relationship or yourself. So I feel like you chose yourself. Lunar said that there's some more terrible words you could add to that. Exactly. I mean, it could be. I mean, it's all very pessimistic. When I get this Four of Cups in the reverse to the Seven of Swords, come on, tarot readers, what does that tell you? That every bad word, every bad inkling that can come up of how Cancer views this person or feels about this person is coming up to the surface significantly. You have nothing but bad things to say about this person. And it was the most responsible thing for you to do was to disconnect and just not try to work on anything else with this person because it's just not worth it to you. You feel like they've lost all accountability in your eyes, and it just doesn't make you feel good at all. It just makes you feel pain. This person brings a lot of pain into your world. Very unfulfilled, very emotionally unfulfilled and turned off. So again, it's another person that's very delusional of how they view you. Another person that's not in tune with reality. Because what do we say this person thinks you feel? They think, of course, they did acknowledge the player part, Cancer. Okay, we got that part. They at least they're acknowledging that. But where they're going wrong is they feel like you're expecting them to come back around and feel like they're going to be doing better when they come back around. They're like delusional. I don't see my Cancer friends taking this person back. It almost feels like this person believes you're going to let them come back. But you may have reservations because you feel like they could have been entertaining other people. Some of you guys know they have entertained other people. So in your mind and the way you perceive it is not that. It's I'm not interested. So very, very much not in tune totally with reality. So what is Cancer actually going to do next? Yeah, I think you're just going to kind of do the same thing like my Gemini friends. You're just over analyzing the whole thing because it kind of threw you for a loop. I think the way this person showed up, it really hurt you deeply. You're still hurting deeply if this is your story. So be careful that you don't get yourself engulfed in the pain and sorrow and find some space in your energy to kind of help yourself move on. I'm getting you're crying, you're sad, very, very hurt. Very, very hurt. Yeah. Lunar says, even his mom is hanging on to the relationship, but it's over. Over. It's a wrap. Seriously. I see it right here. This person is convinced that, you may consider taking them back, but nah, not really picking that up. A little delusional here, a little delusional. All right, that's what we have for you, Cancerians. Thank you guys so much for interacting in the live chat. Good to see our amazing subscribers jumping on in, saying hello. I see we have Patricia here. Hey. And we have Shamika here, one of my OGs. Good to see you, Shamika. Man, y'all, what's wrong with these people? Y'all tell me in the comments, what's wrong with them? Why are some of these people really not seeing you clearly? Like, what's happening? What's happening with these folks? Yeah, Debbie says this resonates. I'm still hurting. She's a Cancer moon. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it would hurt me. It would hurt me. I think this is totally valid feels. Cancers, you guys are very sensitive souls, and your love runs very deep, and so does your emotions. But I agree with Patricia. The problem is because they're crazy. They're delusional. Delusional, y'all. It is crazy. Yeah, that's what we got. Leos are next. Mighty, mighty Leos. Where you at? Leo's been kind of quiet lately. George, you here? I know George is a Leo. Where's my other Leo friends at? Leo girl, you here? All right, Leo. Oh, Felicia's here. There we go. Represent for Leo gang. Represent for that August 15th Leo gang. Smooch. Hey, Estatin here. Frankie here. That's right, Leo. That's right. You're a Leo, Frankie. Why did I think you were a Virgo, boo? That's right. All right, here we go. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Leo. Leo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that is currently connected to Leo, love, and romance. How does this person truly believe Leo feels about them? All right. First card that popped out of nowhere is Nine of Wands. We also got the Page of Wands. And then we have the Ten of Swords. All right, Leo. Your person, they feel like you're someone who views them as someone that has a lot of potential to invest in this relationship, but they just feel like they've been through the ringer. Yeah, they view you as someone that would say, uh, yeah, this person has been through the ringer. They've been through a lot. So for them to invest in this is just a lot. This person would tell people that Leo views them as somebody that's taking their sweet time to really invest in this relationship because they've been through a lot. I keep getting this, they've been through a lot. They've been through a lot. What is this they've been through a lot thing coming up? Why is this person viewing that? King of Swords, okay. Because they're so cold, their emotions are not really in the relationship. They use more logic instead of their heart. So because they feel like they've been through a lot, or they feel like you view them as they've been through a lot, they feel like you're looking at them as somebody that is not necessarily wanting to end this, just needing to take a break, just needing to take a break. So they're telling people that Leo doesn't really feel like it's over. Leo just honestly just needs some time. I mean, Leo just feels like I need time to just kind of like recover and really think things through. Yeah, it's not over between us. They're telling their friends, yeah, it's not over between us. We're just on a break or something like that. Leo knows we're just on a break. Hey, Leo knows I've been through a lot. I just have a lot on my mind. I got a lot going on in my energy, you know. Yeah, they would say the reason why there's been issues between you two is because of all the things that they've been through. And I don't think they're talking about you looking at them as someone that's been through a lot with them. Just in general, they have a lot going on. So they couldn't really open their heart and mind. This is a really weird way to look at the relationship. I want to understand because I'm looking at what you guys are saying and you're like, what the heck? Okay, so why does this person feel like you view them this way? Because for a lot of you guys, this person just disconnected. Are you disconnected? It could be either or. Yeah, somebody just kind of ran away from the relationship. Probably them. I'm getting like a ghosting energy. And they would say, yeah, Leo would understand that the reason why I disconnected and pulled my energy back wasn't because I didn't care about Leo, it was because I'm just going through a lot. I just need some space. I just need some space. And Leo understands that. Yeah, Leo definitely understands that. All right, let's see how Leo actually feels. And see, Felicia says, nah, he put me through a lot. Like, what is he talking about? All right, let's see how you really feel, Leo. Let's see. Hold on. How does Leo honestly, truly feel about this person? What is the true spirit? We have the Five of Swords in the reverse, and then we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. I think for a lot of you guys, you feel like this is an overwhelming situation to try to fix because you need a lot more than just an apology. You know, you do want to try to make things right with this person, but you just really need this person to show you so much more than this mess here. You want them to apologize. You want them to make it right. You want them to acknowledge their wrongdoings. You really just want to know, like, that they're changing. I think there's a part of you that is willing to hear them out. But how does Leo actually feel about this person? I'm getting you want them to apologize and all that, but I'm not getting how you actually feel about this person. What is the feelings? I'm getting all these mental cards. Okay. Oh, okay. You feel like they're a player. That's what it is. Okay. I got it. Inconsistent, impulsive, very stubborn, in and out of your life. Like you want this person to just choose you. I'm getting that. Like make a choice. Like, do you want me or not? You can't be in and out of my life. I'm getting this person just kind of flees, avoids the relationship, could be an avoidant attachment style. And you equate this to like player energy. Yeah. And it's just very disappointing. It's a very disappointing connection because in your eyes, it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. Yeah, Felicia agrees. She says, yes, that's what happened. Correct. And it's very sad because I don't even think this person sees the situation clearly for what it is, Leo, and that's very unfortunate. And the way they view it is basically like an excuse. An excuse, an excuse, an excuse, excuse after excuse after excuse. And Leo should understand these excuses, but you don't see it that way. You look at it as they messed up and they need to make it right. But see, in this person's mind and the way they think you view them is you just would understand they needed a break. Yeah. Shakisha says, yup. And he came right back also. I'm a counselor, so he thinks I understand everything. Mm-hmm. Yep. And she says, preach, Meka, preach. Yeah. Again, another delusional partner. Like, what the heck is this person got going on? They're very delusional. They're trying to pretty much excuse their bad behavior. Why does this person feel like they need to excuse this behavior? Why do they feel like that's okay? Because they needed time to make a choice. See, that's not what they're look at that. Two of Wands. Come on now. This is some bull right here. So you were right, Leo. This is somebody that was fickle about you. They wanted to either choose you or the streets. The truth is, yeah, they needed to take a break because they needed to decide who they wanted. And you already see it clearly for what it is. So you're not delusional. They are. They feel like, oh, well, Leo should understand. Yeah, you understand right here. That's what it is. What's this Two of Wands? What were they trying to decide? Yeah, if they wanted to commit to this or not. Ace of Pentacles. What's the better investment? So I don't miss out on the best opportunity. The problem is, This person is so immature and they're not in a space of knowing specifically what it is they actually truly want. They just kind of strung you along until they can figure it out. And I'm sure you caught on to their games, why they still possibly, for a lot of you, played the field, whatever, and, probably avoided the relationship, getting very much avoidant attachment style. You start trying to get them to be held accountable for their actions. Like, you can't treat me like this. I can't be an option. You can't lie to me. You can't cheat on me. You can't be in, all that foolishness. And so when you call them out, because they don't want to talk about it, they don't want to acknowledge, they just run. Bloop. They just go. They just run. And Leo should understand. Leo, I just need a break, but that's not it. And I tell clients all the time when I do personal readings, be careful with the energy of someone who chooses to be in and out of your life. And be careful when you choose to keep letting this person back, because you are telling that person that it's okay to treat you like a revolving door. And so in this person's mind, this is a prime example right here, that if you don't intervene and give behavior intervention one-on-one, and you say, excuse me, you can't decide when you want to come in and be in a relationship and decide when you want to go out and be for the streets. You got to make a choice. We too grown around here. Because if you going in and out, it's no telling what you're doing during the time we on a break. There's no such thing as a break when you grown. You either in it or you're not. And I feel like, Leo, you're a person that doesn't got time for these reindeer games. You need somebody that's serious. And to be honest, you feel like they're a page anyway. That they're good with flirting, with saying sweet nothings, being kind, being sweet. Oh boy, they got the gift of gab, don't they? Look at them. But immature. You view this person, you feel like they're very immature. And that is immature behavior when you dealing with a man or a woman, Leo, who does these types of things. And what is it? Fear of commitment. The Lovers in reverse. They're not ready for what you're ready for. And you got to really be honest with yourself, honestly, Leo, and ask yourself, is this truly my vibrational match? And I'm just saying this because I'm sure a lot of you guys, based on this energy, you would really like this person to do right by you. But is this person capable of giving you what you need in this energy? Something to think about. But you got a choice when they come back, because I'm sure a lot of them will. And it's up to you. All right, here we go. Virgo's next. Hey, Bree. Amanda said, the Lulu for real, for real. Enabling behavior, correct. That's what I'm trying to get at. Y'all got to be careful with these karmics. These toxic, immature men or women y'all be getting all wound up in, that I'm reading the energy for. It's karmic lessons. We all make the mistakes. We all do it. I've done it. It is what it is. It just sucks. But recognize it for what it is, and, really be in tune with what you honestly, truly want. That's so important. If you learn anything from Meka Divine Spiritual Guidance Channel, is always go for your vibrational match. Do not settle. Never settle. All right, we got Virgos in the building, baby. Y'all sleeping, man. All the rest of these other signs, y'all sleep. Virgo ready, baby. Virgo ready. Do you hear me? We got Anae, yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, MR says, Mr. says Aries is spot on. I'm about to call him a Virgo. My bad. We got Tammy in the building. Yeah, y'all sleeping. Virgo's awake, baby. Virgo's awake. Yeah. You're welcome, Leos. You're welcome. We got Debbie in the building with that dynamite. Booyah! Dropping it on them. Dropping it on them. Y'all ain't ready. We got Cat B coming through. All right, y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Virgo. Virgo, Sun. Woo, got a flipper. Moon, rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that is currently connected to Virgo in love and romance. What does this person secretly believe that Virgo feels about them right now in this moment? Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And we also have the Four of Wands. This person feels, honestly, Virgo, that you view them as somebody who is very sad and very depressed with their third party. They really feel like you don't want anything to do with this new person that you decided to connect with. Um, yeah, they feel like whoever you're entertaining or whoever you're with is not the person for you. You're just fronting. You're just flexing. hmm And that you're just doing this out of feeling like the victim, kind of like that get back game. hmm So yeah, this person's going around and saying, "Yeah, Virgo may know that I'm out over here dating other people or entertaining somebody else, but they just think that I'm doing this to be, make them jealous." They feel like you view them as somebody who's very stingy, doesn't really want to invest in this relationship with them in the way that they feel like they need. And as a result, they would tell people you view them as somebody that is very stressed out, very stressed out, that you and them are not working out. But you going off to this or them going off to this third party is not really making things better. Yeah, they honestly feel like you view them as this isn't over. Why does this person feel like Virgo feel like it's not over between? Okay. Four of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like you view them as somebody that still wants you. Yeah, this person's going around probably telling people, yeah, Virgo knows that or feels like I still want them, but so there's nothing to worry about. Virgo knows that I probably still want them. Okay, that's interesting. There's a lot there. I don't know what that means. Let's look at what you think, Virgo. That's a really strange, very strange reading. I don't understand your person. Let's look at you, Virgo. How does Virgo really feel? All right, Six of Swords in the reverse and Knight of Wands in the reverse. Why the Knight of Wands? Okay. Five of Wands. Okay. All right. You feel like this is somebody that you just need to get over and accept that it's going to be very difficult to go back to this. This really triggers you. This whole connection gives you a lot of emotional baggage that you're carrying because of all the traumas from the past of this person, not being very consistent in your life. And I feel like with the Five of Wands, there's also been a lot of conflicts in this dynamic because you really wanted this thing to work. You really saw the end all be all, but you felt like this person was putting up a fight or putting up issues, not being consistent, not really, showing up for you in the way that you need them to show up. So I'm still not getting, what do you want with this? Knight of Pentacles, Five of Cups in reverse. You're trying to get over it, but you're still not totally over it. You're trying to move on, but you totally have not moved on. You still have a little bit of emotional tie to this situation because you really did want to see the end all be all with this situation. It just frustrates you because of how this person showed up. You feel like it was a total battle the whole time you were together with this person trying to get to this happily ever after. So the responsible thing to do was to move forward and just try to get over it. But you still go back and forth in your mind like, did I make the right choice? You know, did I make the right choice? I know this isn't serving me, but I really wanted this to work. So it just sucks. So yeah, I can understand that. Definitely. Howard says, I was literally just crying about this 26 years wasted. I love him, but I love me more. That's what I'm getting. It's kind of like I love my person so much, but I can't continue to be a part of this situation where I feel like I'm strung along and giving, and this person is taking and taking. You need this person to give more, offer more, be more invested in this. And they just kind of gave you breadcrumbs. That's how you feel. Yeah. With the Seven of Swords, you feel very much betrayed, deceived, lied to by the illusions, false promises this person was possibly telling you. And with the Two of Swords in the reverse, it just made it very difficult for you to really just keep this going. Like you would hear all these things and then you're waiting for the results and it never came. It was a very difficult choice you had to make, but you had to choose it. Yeah. You just couldn't commit to this. All right. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Let me know if it resonates. Next, we have Libra. Man, oh man, y'all. These readings are deep tonight, y'all. Woo! Debbie says it resonates. Definitely resonates for her as well for the Virgo read. She said, I was falling in love and he started pulling away. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting Virgo, you were totally all in. Like you put it all there, put it all there. You invested so much and then this person just breadcrumbed it and pulled away. Like it just was nothing genuine. But again, another situation where this person's not really, I don't think, seeing it the same like you're seeing it. All right, Libra. This goes to show y'all communication is key. You and your partners gotta definitely be having those conversations to get on the same page. I will say sometimes, even if you do talk to your partner and let them know how you feel and what you want, it's so unfortunate. Sometimes it just doesn't really hit true to what that person actually hears. That's why in therapy, do you know what people say? Therapists say, when you say something, you always followed up with, okay, I said that. Now, what did you hear? And then the person responds, well, I heard Virgo say this. And it may be something totally different. It's like they don't listen, or they don't really interpret it, or they perceive what you said a totally different thing. And that happens a lot. And I think for a lot of these readings tonight, I feel like there's this disconnect with what you're actually telling this person you want and the way they're perceiving what you're doing as, well, it must mean this, but that's not what it means. It's like selective hearing, but also it's behavior too. So if you let people get away with stuff, toxic people, you know what they feel that is? It's okay. Even though you told them it's wrong, but your actions are saying that it's okay. And you got to be careful with that. Cat Bees heads with a Virgo read. It resonates. I wanted to work and went off to someone else. Yeah. Yeah. You can't stay around with things like that. It'll just continue to just frustrate you. Don't forget, guys, to hit the like button, show your girl some love. I dedicate a lot of time and energy on this platform to give you guys these readings. And all I ask is for you guys to do something absolutely free to show your support. It's just to hit the like button, right? And if you're new here, welcome. Don't also forget to hit subscribe, because every single month I do give away a free personal tarot reading. And we're trying to grow this channel, and I'm able to connect more with my viewers with you guys interact with me. That's how I pick up your energy, hitting likes, commenting, all of that. So thank you guys for those who have hit like so far, and thank you in advance for those who are about to hit like right now in this moment. Much love, much love. See, that's what I'm saying, Tammy. Yeah, Tammy says it's hard to talk to someone who's always yelling. And see, that's the selective hearing. They're not listening. They're not listening to understand. They're listening to defend. And you can't be a part of a relationship with someone who's listening to respond instead of listening to understand. A mature person is going to listen to understand, and they're going to say, okay, I hear you. So let's try to figure out how we can make this work, because this is what I need. And then they share what they need, and you hear it out, and then you say, okay, I hear you. So let me work on that. And then you guys reach a compromise. That's what mature adults do. They don't go back and forth and yell, because yelling doesn't accomplish anything. All yelling does is it just makes your voice sound louder. And it really makes the anger and tension more significant. And nothing gets accomplished when you're in very low vibrational negative energy, right? So that's where there has to be that moment to say, okay, all right, I see where you're upset, I'm upset. So we just need to just step back, take a moment, we'll come and reconvene tomorrow morning or in a few hours or what have you, whenever you both can cool down and be able to not yell and have an emotional, charged conversation instead of having an intellectually charged conversation. There's a difference, because when you're putting all that emotion into it, you're not really speaking from logic, you're speaking from emotions. And yeah, your emotions and your feelings are valid, but what is actually you're trying to get this person to understand? And you can't get them to understand when you say it, when you, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlie Brown. They not listening. You not listening. You know, when somebody start yelling, you just tune them out. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Yeah. So you got to be careful with that, y'all. Toxic relationships. And I tell y'all, if you dealing with someone who yells, excuse me, if we're going to have a mature adult conversation, we need to not be yelling at each other. And if you're going to continue to yell at me, then I don't know if I can be in this relationship anymore, because I would like to have a mature conversation. And I can see you're upset. So if you need a moment to step away until you're ready to talk, that's fine. But what I will not be is a part of a relationship where I'm being yelled at, cussed at, and treated this way. I can't do that. And I definitely would not treat you that way. You see how you gotta let them know. And if they go on, you say, okay, you get your purse and you show them. You don't do all that talking, ladies. Fellas, you don't do all that talking. You just say, okay, you've told them, they didn't oblige. You let them know how you feel in a calm, mature manner, and then that's when you hit the door. It's time to go, because they don't respect you. They don't respect you, and you try to let them know, and they want to keep on. But see, that is the importance of early on in the relationship, for you guys to have those mature conversations and say, these are boundaries that I have. These are standards. These are expectations. So as soon as that person starts to yell at the driver, say if you guys are going on a date and you see them honking the horn and yelling and cussing somebody out, you'd be like, whoa, excuse me? Whoa. I don't like it when people yell. Like, are you that kind of person? Like, when you're dealt with conflicting situations, you yell and you cuss? Because I really don't like a man that yells and curses at me. That makes me definitely want to leave the relationship immediately. I hope you don't treat me like that. You see what I'm saying? You see how you nip it in the bud straight out. Then that man's going to be like, oh, wow, okay. At that point, you can really feel a person. I tell clients all the time in my personals, when you're in that dating phase, that is the interview process. That is when you are to actually study that individual to see, is this going to be a match? You're not looking for perfection, but you're looking for, are they checking most of my boxes? Are they crossing any major boundaries? If so, we got to have a conversation. Even the little boundaries, we got to have a conversation, a mature conversation. And if they start that cussing, that yelling, that immature behavior, oh man, you know what? I can't. You know what? I'm about to go. Okay, well, let them go. And then get your phone, ladies. Get your phone and block, and never talk to them again. See, what I can't deal with is you don't listen to me. You don't do it. Okay, childish. You know what? I told you that if you continue to yell at me, continue to cuss, continue to walk out on me, I said, you only got one more time to do that and it's over. And you got to stand 10 toes down on business, guys. See, a lot of you guys, you be bluffing. You be trying to be all hard and tell them that you're going to leave them. Yeah, I'm going to leave you. You know, I ain't got to put up with this. And then they come in, they sweet talk you, and you right there again. Now you have given them permission to continue to treat you like a revolving door. Now they look at it as, well, dang, they let me come back. So when they tell me they gonna leave, they ain't really gonna leave. And Tammy's right. Verbal abuse leads to emotional abuse, physical abuse, sometimes financial abuse. Any abuse is a red flag. I don't care who it is, y'all. I don't care. If anybody does anything that's abusive in nature, verbal, mental, physical, spiritual, what have you, it is never okay. Never okay. And there's a lot of you people out here that let people cross those boundaries. And you know what happens? Because you love them, because you got kids with them, because you married to them, because of whatever, you feel obligated to put up with the mess. And I'm going to tell you right now, you were able to catch one. So what makes you think you can't catch another person again? Y'all better stop being up in these toxic relationships. Y'all better stop it, and y'all better really honestly start looking at stuff for what it is and tell yourself, because I want better for my life, because I want to live a life stress-free. I want to be happy. I want to be loved. I want to love. I want joy. I want peace. I want a partner that I can say is truly my best friend first and my lover second. I want that. Well, there's going to be trial and error, baby. There's going to be a lot of toads before you kiss your prince. I hate to say it, guys, it's going to be a lot of, thoughts and bops before you get to your lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's the truth. It's a lot of folks out here that's really on some mess, and you got to really stay woke. You got to stay woke. But there's also good people in the world. I know on this channel it seems like, oh, you can't trust love, forget love. Not true. You know why? Because I'm in the presence of all you good people. And I got amazing, beautiful souls that are men and women. So ladies up here talking about, there not no good men out here. That's not true. There's some good men out here. They're on this channel. And I know because I've done personal readings for some of these men on this channel. And I can tell you for a fact that they're a victim just like you. For real, they're a victim just like you of toxic women. The only difference is men take it different. Men take a loss a little bit different, and women take a loss a little different. Men and women, they're different creatures. But I gotta keep going, y'all, because I'll be talking forever. You know how I am. I'll do one of my TED Talks another time. But I just want to throw that out there so y'all can be aware of how this is, because it's a trip. Dating is hard. Love is hard. It's because we're all conditioned based on our childhood, and we're conditioned based on what we feel love is. And some of us equate love to trauma. Some of us equate love to pain. Some of us equate love to, oh, I got to have a bad boy. I got to have a bad girl. That's not love. That's somebody that's about to do you in. Come on now. So be careful, y'all, out here. But yeah, there are good men out here. There really are good men out here. Honest, real, loyal men. And good women too, fellas. There are. So don't lose hope in love, y'all. Don't lose hope in love. Diana says, I feel like you're talking straight to me. I am. When I get on here, it's me and you. Each of you guys, I'm having an individual conversation. I'm connecting with you, and I'm feeling like the message needs to be thrown out there because you're here for a reason. And I feel very drawn to share this. This isn't me talking. This is a download of what I feel needs to be said. And that's why, unlike some other readers, I come in with the truth. I'm going to tell y'all what I feel. If I feel like it needs to come out, I'm going to say it. Because I feel like it needs to be said. And a lot of us, we're hurting, we've been let down. And I say we, because hey, I've been there. I'm still not totally 110% ready, for a full-blown relationship. I want one, but do I really feel like it? Well, it's going to have to be somebody special. And that's okay. And that's the beauty of taking your time and using your best judgment and discernment. But yeah, anywho. We rolling, y'all. Lokabuchi! Hey! The scales are ready. I know y'all ready. All right, we're doing this. We're doing this. All right, that's my cue. Queen Resilience, right. I gotta get back on track. Let's do this, scales. All right, Libra. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Libra. Libra, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that is currently connected to Libra in love and romance. What is this person secretly believing that Libra feels about them? We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so Libra, let me tell you about your person. They feel that you look at them as someone who is really struggling mentally, emotionally, because they don't have access to you, and that they also feel like you don't view it as being over yet because you view them as somebody that probably still wants another chance with them. And they want another chance with you, but they're also very stressed. That's how you view them, as somebody that wants a chance with them, but they're very stressed because they can't make a choice. That's how you view them. Someone that can't make a choice. Let's see why. This person may have actually told you something to this effect, like they just need more time to figure out what they wanted or something, or maybe gave you the impression that they um had a difficult choice to make about what they wanted in the relationship. I'm just getting a lot of stress on this person's behalf, but it doesn't stop them from wanting to come forward according to what they tell their friends. I'm just curious, what is this Four of Swords in the reverse? See, the problem with your person that they're going around telling everybody that you view them as is someone who is a breadcrumber, someone who doesn't fully invest, who only gives very little but takes so much. So the reason why you may have pulled back, they're saying, is because they know that you view them as somebody that didn't give enough to the relationship. But it doesn't mean that you don't view them as somebody that wants to give it another shot. It's a very complicated, it doesn't really make sense. Libra, who is this? Because this don't make no sense. Let me ask you this, Libra. Is this the kind of person that goes around and just be lying? Does this person go around and lie and just sells a lot of dreams to try to make themselves look better than what they really are? Because that's what I'm really picking up. It's almost like they're covering their tracks. And I feel like there's missing pieces to the story that they're really going around saying, but they're not really revealing it. Anywho, let's see how you actually feel, Libra, because this is some crazy stuff right here. How does Libra actually feel about this person? Eight of Wands and Eight of Swords in the reverse. And the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. It's almost like you don't believe this person's actually going to do what they say they're going to do. You've lost all the credibility with this person as someone that can actually create a true, honest relationship with you. Like actually put forth the effort to give you the type of mature love that you need to create this Ten of Cups. So yeah, you feel like this is all talk, no action. That's how you perceive this person here, Libra. If you were to be completely honest, you would say, you know, this person's all talk. You feel like they need to show up. Put their money, put their money where their mouth is. Hell, you tired of this person being arrogant and having all this ego and going around telling folks, you know, what they're going to do, but then they don't show up and do it. That's what kind of frustrates you and pisses you off more than anything, I feel. Especially considering you've been very patient, very kind, very nurturing, very loving to this person. While this person just took advantage of it, took your kindness for granted. That's how you feel. And that's why you feel like they're just all talk, not action. Because you're not seeing the results. You're giving, but you're not getting much in return. All right. What is Libra going to do next here? Nine of Pentacles. Just focusing on yourself. Making sure you have stability, security, wholeness. Making sure you're focusing on your goals, things you want to accomplish for yourself. I don't think you're putting a lot of focus on this relationship anymore. I'm getting a Libra that may have tapped out, but for some reason, this person thinks that you may want a new beginning with them if they can get their crap together. But I don't really see that in your energy. I see more so you just want to kind of focus on what you got going on in your space. So so yeah, that's what I have for you, Libra. Let me know if it resonates. Next we got Scorpio. Any Scorpios in the room? Scorpio. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't see you anywhere, really, to be honest. Anywhere in this reading, Libra, on your behalf, where you're talking about you want to work on it, you want to be there with this person, you want to try to work it. Nah, I'm not getting none of that. You just focusing on you. You mind your own business. Yeah. Yeah, Queen Resilient says, yup, this damn narc is annoying. It's been a year. Take a hint. Take a hint. Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. I'm trying to tell you. All right, let's do this. Scorpios, where you at? We got S standing in the building. Kids to the stars. All right, Scorpio. I know y'all ready for this. Let's see how they perceive you. You know your girl Mika's a Scorpio rising, and I'm nosy too. Let's see. Let's see what they talking about today, baby, because they be delusional, don't they? Ooh, Lord. All right, Scorpio. Hey, Autumn. Hey, George. Look, I was looking for you earlier, George. I was like, George, is George here? Because no Leos were hardly here. Good to see you, George. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Scorpio. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that's currently connected to Scorpio in love and romance. What is this person secretly believing that Scorpio feels about them? All right, we had a card that came out first, which was the Page of Swords. We also have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And we have the King of Wands. All right. Scorpio, your person, again, I called it delusional. I called it because I already know. I already know what it is. And let me tell you why. I wouldn't say totally delusional. I'll give them that. But they perceive you And they may be telling people this, or they be thinking that you look at them as somebody that's scared to reach out to them. Somebody that's very sad and depressed and having sleepless nights, but wants to reach out to you. Okay. So they have this idea in their mind that you know that they want to talk to you. They know that you know that they want to message you or get to you. But they're also aware that you know that they're causing delays with making this happen. And it has a lot to do with their feeling defeated. They're feeling defeated and they're feeling overwhelmed. I think the part of the problem is how this person perceives it. They perceive you looking at them as being this king of wands that couldn't choose between you and a third party. So this person sees you as someone who is very much aware that there was some type of third party interference, and you feel like, of course, I pull back my scorpionic energy because you didn't choose me. So yeah, I mean, maybe this person isn't being unrealistic. Yeah, two of wands. They didn't know who they wanted to go with. So this person basically saying, yeah, I think Scorpio looks at me as being a player, or maybe it's someone that couldn't decide if they wanted to be in this relationship or not. Things like that. That's what they're going around perceiving you as. Okay. All right, let's see how you actually feel, Scorpio, about this person. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. We have the World. Mm. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. You know, the days where you may have wanted to fight, wanted to argue, wanted to exchange words and really just make this whole thing being dragged on, like pressing your point, getting your idea across, letting this person know how you really feel. I think it's kind of dwindled for you, Scorpio. I think you're in a space right now where you kind of feel like, I just need to close this cycle with this person. And I need to just pretty much not even like think that it can work anymore. Yeah. You really don't want this person's attention. You don't want to talk to this person. I feel like you're kind of in a space where you're just trying to move on peacefully. Yeah. With the Ace of Cups in the reverse, you don't really want to offer this person anything. Yeah, you want to just like respectfully decline and move on and disconnect because you feel like this whole situation is too much. Even though mentally you haven't totally fully let it go mentally, I think there's a part of you that also feels very hurt and abandoned by what this person has done, you know? And I will say this, this person could have caused you so much turmoil mentally, like where you may have felt like you were trying to figure this person out and you were having the hardest time. And then once you just kind of started really figuring it out, it was just like, you know what? It's not even worth it. Why am I even here? I'm just getting a Scorpio like, why am I even here? Yeah. So you just said respectfully, I have to decline. Respectfully, I have to move on from this. Yeah, because it's just too much. The Ten of Swords in reverse coming out again. It's just too much. And with the Four of Swords in reverse, again, it gives the energy of you just feeling like you're trying your best to just set yourself free. Set yourself free. But you still need to spend more time recovering. A lot of you guys may also feel like you're not ready for another relationship quite yet because you're still kind of recovering mentally from this. It just kind of drains you. So yeah, be careful with this person here. All right, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Let me know if it resonates. I see kids to the star says facts. Facts on facts on facts. I love it. Thank you so much. And George says that he went back to the Leo read and watched it and it's spot on. Awesome. I'm so glad it resonated with you. That's awesome. And then we also have Coco says spot on for the Cancerian read. Awesome. I love when that happens, when I'm on point with y'all. Yay. See, that's what I mean. Y'all got to start connecting with your girl. Y'all got to start hitting like, coming to the lives, interacting with me. I'll connect with you and give y'all the tea. Give y'all all the tea. Thank y'all so much for being here. Much love, much love. Look at Aqua Vibes. How does Meka have so much energy? I don't know. Look, this is what I got right now. Y'all know I'm going to give you the real. I got this right here. I got this right here. Y'all know I took my little nap. I took my little nap. Oh, I still got a personal to do. Y'all, I still got another personal to do. I got to get my energy up. So those that don't know, I don't know how many of you guys drink stuff like this, but it is a water and it has the the little powder that has like energy, but it's like vitamins in it. So vitamins and energy. And of course, for those that are tarot readers, you got to take breaks. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but even though I am off for the summer, because y'all know I'm a teacher, I still am taking time for me. I'm still taking time for me to rest, relax, recharge, spend time in nature, spend time to just rest. So important. But y'all know when school starts back, ooh, I'ma just be a machine again. I'm gonna be a machine. But yeah, for those that don't know, if I'm not doing a live, I'm actually possibly doing a personal. And then I have other side gigs that I do. I actually have a side gig that I'm actually going to be presenting tomorrow, doing a PD tomorrow. So you see what I'm saying? I got a billion things going on all the time. How I do it? Water, vitamins, prayer, God, Jesus. I don't know how I do it. I just keep moving. I don't think about it too long. I just keep moving. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, twin. We got Sierra in the building. Loca Poochie's back. Ready for Saggy. Saggy Waggy. All right, y'all. I'm so glad the readings are resonating tonight. This has been a hard read for me to do, y'all. Woo. Hard. Hard. Yeah. Josie, I am a high school teacher. High school. Yeah. Y'all probably can tell by my sarcasm. They don't want me teaching the little people. I'll be making them cry. I'm too real for them. I'm too real for the little people. I got to teach the ones that think they grown and put them in their place. So that's what I do. Thank you so much. But yeah, I've been teaching for a very long time. I love what I do. As y'all can see, I love to teach, love to talk. As y'all don't know, teachers love to talk. So that's why, I don't shut up on this channel. But I also like to inspire and help. And I love to give and I love to be selfless. And that's why I started this channel, because I love to uplift others and support others. And my kids come to me all the time. Sometimes the kids that I don't even teach be coming to me. Can I come hang out in your room? I'm like, go to class. Go on now. Get. Go to class. But every now and then, sometimes they request to come and talk to me and I'll let them talk to me and let them vent and stuff like that. And give them good sound advice and things like that. So y'all know how teenagers are. They just be a bunch of drama, usually about boys and girls and who they gonna fight and all that other stuff. And I'm just trying to be mama. I'm just trying to be mama. Oh, Lord. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's start it. We just now starting Saggy. Thank y'all so much for coming to the live. For those that want to know, we're starting Saggy now. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that's currently connected to Sagittarius in love and romance. What does this person secretly believe you feel about them? Okay, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. We have the Judgment in the reverse. And we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. All right. So, Saggy Waggy, if this person were going around and they were just telling everybody about this is how Saggy feel about me, this is what they would say. They would say that you feel like this is somebody that's very emotionally unavailable, doesn't really love them no more, doesn't love you no more, excuse me, doesn't love you no more, trying to move on and just avoid this relationship at all costs by playing the field. So this person feels like you look at them as being a player of some sort. Yeah. Why the Knight of Wands in reverse? With the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, I really feel like this person perceives this is because you may feel like they weren't giving you enough. They weren't giving you enough energy, enough effort, enough love, enough support. And the reason why this person's holding back is because, you perceive them as somebody that is too guarded. They don't really take any kind of accountability for their actions. So they take no actions towards you, even though this person thinks deep down that you still believe they want to get your attention in some type of way because you guys have history at some point. And they also feel like you look at them as somebody that did you wrong. Like when you guys were together, they really honestly feel like you did them wrong. Hmm. So yeah, they don't really perceive you as someone that looks at them in anything positive. I'm getting nothing but negativity and drama here. Avoiding behavior and someone that is totally pulling away from you. All right, so let's see specifically, honestly, truly, how Sagittarius feels about this person. Let's look at your side. How does Sagittarius really, honestly, and truly feel about this person, Spirit? Ace of Wands, Four of Wands, and Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. You feel like this person definitely still wants a relationship with you and have a new start, but you feel too, pessimistic about the outlook here. You feel too pessimistic about this and you feel like you need to just hold your energy back. And some of you guys may have even found this person trying to attempt to reconnect with you or make this work, and you're just not with it. Yep. You're just not with it. Hmm. Yeah, you look at this person as a king of wands, someone who is potentially a player. They don't really invest much emotion, but also very codependent. You view this person as very immature and very codependent on your love. The only thing they can offer you is a headache. In other words, all they can offer you is a headache. So that's why you pulled your energy back, because it just was really just too much work. I feel like you were giving way too much in this relationship than this person, and you just had to pull your energy back. Why do you view them as this King of Wands and Page of Cups in reverse, Spirit? Okay. Because, like I say, with this Ace of Cups, you may have found that this person always starts off strong, saying they want a relationship, but then when it comes down to the nitty gritty of them giving you something like consistently, it just never sticks. And then you get in your head with this Nine of Wands, and you get in your feels, your head and your feels like this person's putting you through a ringer because they're never really fully being consistent. Yeah. Very selfish, very self-serving, very codependent. It's definitely giving that energy. Yep. That's what I got. That's what I got. Fred! Look at Fred, y'all. Fred is popping back on the scene and donating to the channel. Thank you so much, Fred. Do you like the cards? This is all because of you, Fred. I got some new cards. See, I told you I was going to get some new cards. For those that don't know, Fred has been donating to the channel. And so I promised him I was going to get some new cards for the channel. And I did. I went to Amazon and ordered some new cards. So, yay. So now that he's still donating, I'm going to order another deck. Yeah, I'm going to order another deck. Thank you so much, Fred. I appreciate the Aqua love. Aqua gang. Look at To Be Canceled. To Be Canceled said, let's make sure Meka won't have to teach and can live off of her amazing channel. I know that would be a dream come true, but you know what? I have so much passion for teaching um these babies that I don't know. It just, and the cool thing about being a teacher is I have time in between. I have holidays, I have summers where I can actually pour into my other passions. But I do love teaching so much. It's so much fun working with the kids. They keep me going, but it can be a lot of work. You really have to have a heart for it. You really have to have a heart for it. And when I do this channel, I do it because it's another passion of mine. So that's what I have for y'all. Yep. Local Poochie says, um, good read. Thank you so much, Local Poochie. I'm so glad it resonated for you, girl. Charlene says, hey, Meka, just went back and listened to the Leo read. Thank you. Spot on as always. I needed to hear this. Sending you love and light from Australia. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. And welcome. I can't go to Australia though. Y'all got all kind of critters out there. Ooh, Lord. Y'all got crocodiles, y'all got kangaroos, y'all got all kind of bugs. I be seeing the little National Geographic channel and all those creatures in Australia. Lord, I'm scared. But I would love to go. I would love to go to Sydney, but I'm scared. For real. Fred asked, so what you do fulfills Mika's soul. You're blessing many here in school. Yeah, like seriously. What y'all don't know is I do so much for so many other people. I'm kind of, very empathic. It's just in my nature. What fills my soul, honestly, is seeing other people smile, happy, helping others. And so that is another reason why I've created this platform, is because I want to help so many other people. And it's kind of like a bucket list of mine. It's like, before I go, I want to leave my mark on the world, to say, people are going to remember, like, that girl Meka was giving some really good advice, and I'm never going to forget what she said or what she did. Or my students will say, I'll never forget what Meka taught me in class, and all those things. So I just want to leave my mark on the world to help other people. But as you guys know, I got to take time for myself. So to take time for myself, I do enjoy shopping. I do enjoy traveling, spending time at home. I cook a little. I watch trashy television. I listen to podcasts. I like to listen to a lot of great stuff on YouTube to also refresh my mind. Totally aqua energy. We love to go down the rabbit hole and learn different things. So I'll get really in tune with whatever thing that I'm focusing on at that time. But yeah, that's what I love to do. And I'm always interested in learning. So what you guys may not know is I have 3 degrees. I got my bachelor's, my master's, and my education specialist degree. So I'm always loving to learn. And even as a professional tarot reader, I still always love to learn more about how I can, deepen my knowledge to expand my brand and my business, to be able to help and support you guys even more. So I'm always, on the lookout to learning new things. So that's where I am with it. So yeah. It's kind of hard to say, Fred, because like you say, I do so much for so many people. It's kind of hard to say. And that's why it's so important that you don't get lost in always doing for other people, and sometimes have a little bit of selfishness instead of the selflessness. If you're that empathic person that's always giving to other people and doing for other, you got to do some stuff for yourself. And like today, look, I did self-care, y'all. You see, I got my nails done. See? Self-care. See? There you go. Michelle says, I love Mika's readings. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. We just got done with Saggy Waggy. Now we're going to Capricorn. Thank y'all so much for your comments and your kind words. Big shout out, man, to Fred once again for sponsoring today's read, man. Thank you, Fred. I hope all is well with you, Fred. I know you've been off. I think you've been busy working and stuff. So good to see you. All right, Capricorn, let's do this. To be canceled says smartest, most amazing reader on earth. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Look, you need to throw in sarcastic too. Smartest yet sarcastic. Most amazing tarot reader. Now, thank you so much. I'm a nerd, by heart, by, the core of who I am. I love to learn. That's why I got all those degrees and stuff. So yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. I love to learn stuff. And I love to hear other people's perspective, which is why I love to hear podcasts and stuff, to hear what other people think about different things. And when it comes to tarot readers as well, I love to check out different tarot readers, get their perspective and insight on different things, see what they're thinking, how they're doing, learn from others that are successful, different things like that as well too. So I'm always learning. And I think I think we should never be at a space of being content. I think we should always be wanting to do something to better ourselves, whether it's mental, physical, financial, right? Improving your looks, improving how you carry yourself, what have you. I think we should always strive to be better, you know. And there's always areas for improvement, because man is flawed, right? No one's perfect, but you can always strive to be better. And that's what I do every day. I strive to show up better, to be better, so I can attract more better for myself and my son, and be the best version of myself that I can be. And God's blessed me to be able to do so many amazing things, and I've had so many blessings, but I'm not done yet. I'm just getting started. That's what I say. I'm just getting started. Definitely have had setbacks. I'm still struggling with a few setbacks in my life, but it's not getting me down. It's just putting a little fire under my rump to inspire me to go harder. And that's what I say. Take your pain, take your shortcomings, and make it your purpose to go harder. If anybody tries to push you down, look them dead in the eye and say, F you, get up and keep moving. You know what I'm saying? All right. Here we go, Capricorn. Bye, Loca Poochie. Love you too, boo. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that Capricorn is currently connected to in love and romance. How does this person secretly believe that Capricorn feels about them? We have the King of Wands in the reverse. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Everything's in the reverse. Put it in reverse, Tara. Put it in reverse. Y'all remember that video? Oh, man. What in the reverse is going on here? Here go another card in reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. My gosh, y'all. Who is this? King of Wands in the reverse and Knight of Wands in the reverse. This ain't no player. This ain't no hoe. This is a super player. This is a super hoe. What is that's how they feel you look at them as being a hoe for the streets. They said Capricorn feel like I'm a hoe and have options and given to multiple people, which is why they may not be given to you. And they feel like you look at them as somebody that got kind of like psyched their own self out from loving you because they couldn't make a choice of who they wanted to be with because they got all these other options. There it is, y'all. Very emotionally immature, needing to have attention, needing to always connect with other opportunities. Capricorn, this is honestly and truly how this person perceives you. Look at them as an attention whore. Basically, that's in a nutshell. It's bad. They just beating themselves up. What's going on here? They just dogging themselves out. With the Four of Swords in reverse and the Five of Swords in reverse, they feel like that is exactly why you don't want to work on things with them. They feel like you're giving it up, this whole relationship, because you prefer to not be with someone who can't commit to you, who's not going to be loyal to you, who can't make a choice to choose you. And you got tired of fighting for something that's not really leading anywhere. That's how they perceive it. Let's see how you actually do feel, Capricorn. Let's see. Spirit, tell me about Capricorn's honest and true feelings. Now hit the like button. Two of Cups. The Lovers in the reverse. And the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, with the Two of Cups, And the Lovers in the reverse, I think this is like an honest, true story of Capricorn really and honestly loving this person and wanting a relationship to work at some point. You did. But what got in the way is you feel like this person didn't want this relationship. They just wanted the convenience of what it feels like to be in one. And you began to not even trust that this person wanted to have a relationship with you because they were acting like they were scared to commit. So, what I feel is your person is actually pretty accurate. And it may be because you may have vocalized this person multiple times, Capricorn, what it is you need, what it is you want, what this person put you through. And you've been through hell and back if this is your story with this person in this situation. It's not something that just happened overnight. It is a series of events in which you have tried to make it work and it just never really works. So with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, it's very clear. 11:11 on the clock. That you don't really want to give your love anymore. I'm getting you fallen out of love for this person. And they really have taken a toll on your emotional space, on your heart chakra. I think a lot of you guys are scared to take the risk to date this person, to connect with this person, to be in a relationship with this person. It's too risky at this point. Way too risky. So it's about suppressing the feels, holding back the feels, even though the feelings are there, but you're just like, the reality of it is that I can't be with someone that is continuing to hurt me. So you ghost, or you will, with the Hermit in the reverse. You feel like you just need to totally go no contact to release this illusion because you feel like this whole relationship was an illusion, a fake, a lie. Some of you guys may call this person a narcissist. I can see that. Hmm. Yeah. Tashima says, Meka, it's a hoe, a liar, a narcissist, and a grown little boy. That's what she was dealing with. So yeah, I see that. Yeah. Now, what I will say, even if this person never really acknowledges this to you, Capricorn, that they are all those things, they know they are. That's why they see it for what it is. But they're not going to vocalize and just divulge that voluntary information and make themselves look bad. But this person, whoo, yeah, it's rough. It's rough, buddy. Your person, whoever they are, they got a lot of work to do, baby. They got a lot of work to do. So be careful, Capricorn, if you're on this spiritual journey and this is your story and you're refusing to disconnect. Be careful. Please be careful there. All right. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. Let me know if it resonates. And if you're watching the recording, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know if that is your story. That is a very, very painful experience. And if it is true, you're dealing with someone that's very, very low vibrational, very toxic, possessed by a very dark entity, possible narcissist. I'm not a doctor to diagnose, but they may show lots of characteristics of one. Best way to deal is no contact. Totally and utterly block, move on, let it go. Block, move on, go about your business. Block, move on, don't entertain. They reach out, block it instantly. They try to talk to you, turn the other way. They try to say, I'm sorry, act like it's Casper the ghost, and you keep moving. You don't talk to ghosts. That's what I say. We don't talk to the ghost. We know they're there, but we don't talk to them. They want to give you ghost energy, you give them ghost energy too. And you did. You did, boo. Guess what time it is, y'all? It's time for Aqua Gang, gang, gang. Where you at in this thing, thing, thing? Where you at? Show your girls some love, Aqua Gang. Good to see y'all here. Good to see y'all here. Don't forget though, truly, I mean, I'm so proud of the turnout that we have tonight. It means the world to me, but it means nothing if you guys don't let the algorithm know that this is an amazing channel with amazing, beautiful souls, and we need to attract more amazing people to come to the channel to get these messages. So please donate to the channel tonight by simply hitting the like button, and know it's an energy exchange. And if you're new here, donate to the channel by subscribing. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's time to get to Aqua Gang. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We got Destiny in the building. We got Fred in the building. Tina in the building. Meka, who's an Aquarius, Sun, and Venus in the building. We about to roll, y'all. Let's see. Thank you, to be canceled. To be canceled says, she says, let me know if it resonates. She says, man, it resonates with everyone, all signs. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Aqua, let's get it. You're welcome, Tashima. You're welcome, boo. Stay strong. Stay strong. You got this. You got this. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that's currently connected to Aquarius in love and romance. What does this person secretly believe that Aquarius feels about them? We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Devil. Dun, dun, dun. This person feels like you look at them as someone who is an opportunist, someone who's only trying to show, love and compassion towards you only to get something that they want. And what this person wants is to definitely have a passionate relationship with you, okay? King of Wands, let me tell you something about that. That's somebody that goes for what they want. And I think this person wants you, especially with the Knight of Cups showing up here in the upright. But they also do perceive you as looking at them as like they're only using that. They're only wanting to talk to Aquarius because this person wants to try to just use Aquarius. So they feel like you look at them as a user or something. With the Nine of Wands here to the Ace of Swords, they feel like you perceive this person as someone that is holding back, taking action because they're toxic. They have things about them that they perceive you look at them as being toxic about, like when it comes to what is this devil card here? Okay. It's almost like like they don't even know how you know, Aquarius. They can't even explain it. This person would say, I don't know what it is about Aquarius, but Aquarius must be like a psychic or something. Aquarius must like know, like Aquarius be knowing too much. Like what the Aquarius, I feel like I'm talking to Aquarius that be calling your person out on some stuff, and they like, how the hell did Aquarius know that? And I think this is some stuff like when you guys were together, they didn't really tell you that you were right, but you were right. And they like, hell? How the hell did Aquarius know that? hmm And they feel like because of all this energy of how you perceive them, they're holding back. Tina says, yes, I know I'm psychic. I know all the lies. I mean, Aquarius, if you don't really know that you are, I think even logic, Aquarius is the most intelligent sign of the zodiac. And Aquarius is, you're not stupid. Come on. You know, 1 + 1 is 2. Now, you ask this person what's 1 + 1, they may say 3. And they got to rub their 2 brain cells to figure it out. But you know the facts. And the facts, you're not delusional and you have no problem looking at the situation for what it is. But there's also a part of you, Aquarius, that may actually have some type of spiritual gift or ability, or, you were able to put 2 and 2 together. And this person pretty much perceiving you as you know a lot about their toxic way. Give me some more on this devil energy. What's that about? Yeah. That they were somebody who was getting a lot of attention from other people. You may have looked at this person as being an attention whore or giving their attention elsewhere. That's why they may have not really taken action towards you. So they perceive you as somebody that feels like, oh, well, yeah, this person's not coming towards me because they're out here dating around, getting attention from other people. They're not worried about Aquarius. They're not worried about what Aquarius got going on. But let this person tell it like they've been through a lot with you. And that's probably the story you've heard, that they've been through a lot with you. They've been through a lot in their life. Cue the violins. It's just like so sad. And for some of you guys, it is a sad story. This person probably been through a lot. Who cares though? I'm sorry. That's so mean. Let me not say that. I'm sorry. Take that back. I do care. I'm sorry. That was mean. But Aquarius, like, who cares for real? All right, let's do this. Spirit, tell me, how does Aquarius honestly and truly feel? That's how they perceive you. That's what they think you feel about them. Let's see how you actually feel, Aquarius. How does Aquarius actually feel about this person? All right, King of Swords. 10 of Wands. And the Chariot in reverse. I told you how smart you were, Aquarius. You already know this person's a headache. You know that this person is a lot to deal with. And they're a lot to deal with. It's because this is somebody that is arrogant. I'm getting inconsistent, all over the place. They were just never really focused on building. It felt like this relationship was constantly going in the wrong direction, always. You never really felt like it was gaining any real ground because this person only had two brain cells. Judgment in reverse, they didn't even know who the heck they are and what they wanted. They couldn't see things clearly for what it was. And it's like, hello, hello, do you not know who you got in front of you? You got Aquarius. Hello, somebody. And I'm getting it was humping your last nerve because you may have told this person with the King of Swords, you may have told this person, like, listen, get with it or get lost. Like your emotions is all up out of this read. You said get with it or get lost because you ain't got time. Yeah, with the Six of Cups, it's this history you had with this person. And this is somebody you were in a relationship with that you guys may have broken off things. Six of Cups speaks of someone from your past. So you're not with this person anymore, but you have been very clear about who they are and what they're not. And what they're not going to do is come in and waste your time and not be clear about what they want with you. You know what I'm saying? Fred says, you know we know. And if we don't know, we gon' know. It's just a matter of time. Come on now. Aquarius don't be playing that. For real. For real. And then Fred goes on to say, Meka, get out of my brain. This is my last relationship. Yeah, for a lot of you Aquariuses, this is not somebody you're actually in the 3D with right now. You could have had a breakup, a separation, or something like that. Geneva says, very true, lies, and he wants something when he wants something, he calls you. I said no, correct. And that's why they really feel like Aquarius, you perceive them as a mooch or an opportunist because you feel like the only time they reach out is when they want something or they only come in because they want something from you. But that's not really what you're feeling. You're just feeling like this person is not really clear about what they want. You kind of feel like they just wasted your time. In other words, they just a time waster. All right, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Let me know if it resonates. We moving on to Pisces. Last but not least, we got Pisces. And then after Pisces, I'm going to do my personal read. So whoever you are that booked a personal, I'm not going to say your name because it's confidential, but I'm going to get your reading to you tonight. I think I have a little bit in me to do your reading tonight. So thank you for your patience. All right, let's do this. Yeah, that's true. Like, so let me tell you this. Shay says, it seems like each sign has dealt with somebody that only wants to play games. Jesus Christ, let me go slap all these asses. Let me tell you something about the collective. We are all connected. And if you learn a lot about energy and how energy works, we're all connected. Um, and so there is a collective energy, and then there's, of course, the individual sign energy. So notice the trend as a collective. A lot of people are going through difficult times. It doesn't mean everybody's going through a difficult time. Some of you guys actually have let this person go and you're moving on with your life. But then that doesn't mean your other person has let you go. Or you may still have this energetic tie, this soul tie to this person. And so a lot of us are not totally over it 110% yet. And so as you guys are learning how to spiritually evolve and grow and get past this, these are just good reminders, especially those who have moved on from it. It's like, okay, good. Confirmation. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. I didn't make a bad choice. It's time to move on with my life. Because I tell people, most people watch tarot collective readings to see what's the issues in their relationship. But if you book a personal, it's not always bad. It's not always bad, you know. But if you book a general, because it's a collective reading, I'm picking up everybody in that sign. If majority of those energies are going through something pretty tough, then that's what's going to be picked up. It's kind of hard to explain versus one-on-one, because as you guys know, I've done personal readings, and some of the personal readings are not bad, but you get to the collective and it's like, whoa, what's going on here? So it just depends. Don't forget, y'all, to hit the like button tonight before y'all go. And then we're going to roll to Pisces. Yeah, Fred said with his relationship for the aqua read, he said, I told her she couldn't make up her mind what she wanted for me, that she didn't have time for me. I said, go find what's worth it and worth it to you. And I left. Yeah. You felt like you were wasting your time. That's what I was picking up, Aquarius. Whatever this person was doing, they were not giving you enough. Definitely, definitely. All right, let's do this, Pisces. Destiny says, thank you, Meka. It definitely resonated with me. She's talking about that aqua read. Awesome. Thank you, Destiny, for the feedback. Stay strong, Aqua Gang. If that's your reading, stay strong. Keep moving. And just a friendly reminder, you made the right choice. You don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who's not choosing you. So you did the right thing. All right, Pisces. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Pisces. Pisces sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Tell me about the person that is currently connected to Pisces in love and romance. What is this person secretly believing that Pisces feels about them? We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. All right, Pisces. This person feels like you look at them as somebody who um, needs to give more. You want more from this person, more investment, more contributions to the relationship. So this person feels like you need to hear from them what they're going to do to kind of work on this or make this thing work with you guys. Yeah. And they feel this way because they notice that you're pulling your energy back. Like what you used to do in the relationship, you're not really doing that anymore. You could have been somebody that was giving more in the relationship and you pulled your energy back. So they're perceiving that you want them to reach out or do more and give more, say something more. Like take the initiative. I'm getting. You want this person to take the initiative and kind of lead, take the leadership role. But you guys seem to be at odds. I'm getting a very toxic couple that go in and out whenever I get the King and Queen of Wands. I'm getting like a very volatile, toxic couple. But you guys can have a soul contract, and this person feels like you look at them as your soulmate. Absolutely. You look at them as being your soulmate. But I will say this. You want this person, according to them, you want this person to do more. And they understand that. Invest more, give more, not be, notice there's a snake on these 4 of Pentacles. You feel like this person just kind of takes advantage of what you give. That's the way this person feels. So they feel like you want them to show up in a way to say that they're not taking advantage of you anymore. In their emotions and what they give, all of that. And with the 8 of Swords, they feel like you could be somebody that's in your head about this whole thing. Just been thinking a lot about it. All right, let's see how you actually feel, Pisces. That's pretty straight to the point. I don't see anything too deep. They just want you to give more, show up more, take the lead. That seems fair. All right. So let's see. How does Pisces honestly feel about this person? 7 of Wands in the reverse, 4 of Wands in the reverse, and 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, with the 7 of Wands in the reverse and then the 4 of Wands in the reverse, I think you're kind of in a space right now of kind of wanting to just kind of give up working on this. You're tired of always being the one to work on this. So I don't think this person's too far off from how you honestly feel. You're tired of kind of defending your stance, defending this relationship as to why it's not working and what needs to happen. And what you need to see is more cooperation and team effort on their behalf. Effort. Not somebody that's going to say things and not do it. You feel like this person is all talk and no action. And then it leads to a lot of stress. They'll say, I just need more time. It's just this got in the way, that got in the way, but I just need more time. Give me some more time, stuff like that. And you feel like this is all BS. With the Moon card, you feel like this person's selling a dream, selling an illusion. And it's just like, it's too much. It really has you really get in your head. And it's like, is my intuition off? Or am I really seeing this thing clearly? I don't know what to think. That's how you feel. I don't know what to think with this. I don't know what to think if this person is going to change or if this person is just never going to change. That's what you feel. You feel like until you see the results, you can't continue to give to this because you've been through a lot with this person, trying and being disappointed and disappointed. So yeah, it's just very hard. So a lot of you guys, I think deep down, you're just accepting this as a loss, a missed opportunity. It could have been something great, especially considering the King and Queen of Wands are here. There's a lot of passion that you guys do share for each other. And I think you both really want this thing to work. But unfortunately, like, you can't make this want to work on your own. You just can't do it. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I really hope it resonates. Don't forget, guys, to hit the like button. Show your girl some love. I would really, really appreciate it. I know you guys have, a lot of you guys been hanging out with me tonight. So excited with the turnout. So thank you guys for coming. Also, don't forget to check out my website, MekaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com, where you can book your next personal reading. And I want to give a big shout out to our amazing mods before I go. Big shout out to Lisa, man, Fred, Keita, T-Rose. Thank you guys so much for modding this evening. And a very special shout out to Fred. Thank you, Fred, so much for contributing to the channel tonight with your $20 donation that will be put to good use. I can't even talk, y'all. Put to good use so I can purchase another deck tonight. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are watching the recording, don't hesitate to leave a comment and let me know if any of these messages resonate with you, because I always reply back to comments and I love hearing each of your stories. And until next time, I hope you guys take care of yourself. Feel free to watch it back later if you miss any of it, and I'll check you guys later. Have a good night, y'all. Namaste. Thanks for watching.